Hello and welcome to Comics with Jose. My name is Jose. I love comics and I want to share them with you. Follow me on Twitter at artofjvelez, Instagram at jvelez622. I share comics that I'm working on as well as a couple doodles and drawings that I do for fun. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe if you like this channel. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. This week was George Perez's birthday, so I decided I would share some of his best stories. And today we're going to look at Crisis on Infinite Earths. We're probably going to look, I'm probably going to break this down into 4 issues increments. So we're probably going to do 3 parts. So we're going to probably look at issues 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8, and then 9 through 12. So I have the entire run on floppies or individual comic books, and then I also have this exact trade. So this is a cover by George Perez, and it's painted over by Alex Ross. Just to show, see if I can make this cover a little bit bigger here. It is just, look at this. George Perez is able to put in so much detail. Just crazy how much detail he's able to put in. So, this is written by Marv Wolfman, who was his teammate on Teen Titans, who at that time was DC's best-selling book. Not Batman, not Superman, not Justice League, not Wonder Woman. Teen Titans, amazing stuff. So what this was basically about is DC was restarting, and this is the cover to issue 1. This would be the front part, and this would be the back cover. And DC was basically joining everything together. So we're not really going to concentrate too much on this story. There are plenty of videos on YouTube and plenty of articles on the internet that'll tell you what Crisis on Infinite Earths was about. In this case, I'm here to talk about George Perez and his amazing art. This is Lex Luthor from one of the worlds out there. And the versions that you see here are the bad guys, copies of the heroes that we're known for, but he's basically the only hero on that world. Now, they've been brought back. This is Ultraman, who is like a bad guy of Superman, and I don't remember his name, but he's a bad guy of Green Lantern. So it's all these universes and all these different worlds that are going to die. This is why it's called Crisis on Infinite Worlds. It's essentially DC's way of streamlining everything into one cohesive universe, which is where John Byrne's Superman and George Perez's Wonder Woman and Batman had Jim Starlin. Frank Miller did Batman Year One, and then it was taken over by Jim Starlin, and then Alan Grant did Detective Comics. But it was just a resurgence for DC to just streamline everything into one cohesive world. So George Perez is such a master of composition. I mean, look at this. It's just beautiful. George Perez is just an artist whose work has to be just admired and looked at and glossed over. I mean, just amazing. The guy was such a just able to put in so much. Here's issue 2. So much detail. Such a great drawer. Such a unique. He's such an inspiration to so many of my favorite artists. Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri. They all name George Perez as a major influence. Um, you just can't help but look at his art and just go, wow. Um, it's so cool. The detail, like I said, uh, um, this is such an important. It was the first time DC Comics had, or any of the big two had tried something like this, which I think is why it just did so well. Um, the the DC universe was so convoluted and so many different versions. They just wanted, like I said, to streamline things into. They got rid of Superboy. They got rid of just some of the stuff from the Golden Age. Um, that just they wanted to update, and so they got rid of this older version of Superman. I think it was the Superman of Earth 2 at that time. So, the sad thing is the multiverse is back. So after all that, everything always comes back in a circle, and so um, it's all back here again. George Perez is just so perfect for this. No artist in the world draws with such detail like him and such great composition. This dude had everything. Here's issue 3. Um, I'm just amazed at his talent. He'll be sorely missed. As for those of you who perhaps don't know or haven't seen any of my other videos, George Perez passed away last year from cancer, and so it's great in the week of his birthday to kind of look at some of his legacy. Um, I haven't looked at Crisis on Infinite Earth in a very long time, so I'm looking at these images for the first time in years. There's so many good comic books out there. There's just no time, so I do apologize if I'm going fast. My whole goal here isn't so much to read or give you a story, what's going on. Feel free to, like I said, there's channels out there where you can, give they can give you what's going on and everything. My What I'm just trying to do here is just let you look at George Perez's amazing artwork. Um, he's definitely in the top 10 of greatest artists of all time. The list is subjective, so who uh, you put in your 10 and I'll put in my 10 and whatever. Art is subjective. Like Jack Kirby wouldn't be in my top 10, but he's in the top 50 for sure. Um, my main reason with Jack Kirby is just his style. His style just does not appeal to me. So this is issue 4, and it's the last one that we are going to do today. So this series was, pretty controversial of DC getting. Look at all this detail. My goodness. And does anybody know what these? I see all these numbers that appear on splash pages, but I've never been able to find it. Look at this detail. So, DC Comics ended up, spoiler alert, killing Supergirl. There was no Supergirl in the new DC. Eventually, she was brought back, and they killed Flash and Barry Allen Flash, and then um, the kid Flash, who was Wally West, ended up taking over. But Flash used to be Barry Allen and is Barry Allen again. So major characters like that just didn't die. Minor characters died, but not majors. So breaking this down into parts so as to not create a big long video. It was pretty lengthy in the beginning when I first started this, but I've gotten so much better at kind of going a little faster with these. And in this one, it's great because I don't have to just give you the story. I'll let you, like I said, look through the story yourself through either other YouTube channels or great double page splash here, or just on the internet. This came out eons ago, so in 1986. So and thus endeth the issue. Pretty cool. So, all right, like and subscribe, and like this little sign says, to be continued.